I want to talk about youth players taking responsibility for the way they play on the field. Um, and what I mean by that is, for example, if a player doesn't play well, right, and then they say, "Oh, it's because my foot hurts," or I wasn't really trying." You know, you don't really get this that often, I feel like, but every now and then you do. And it's essentially a kid making an excuse or for maybe just not winning a one-on-one or just missing a shot or whatever it is, which happens. It's perfectly normal. But it's important for that player to take responsibility and to realize, okay, you know what, this is what I could have done, because you're not going to get any better. A player's not going to get better if they're just like, oh, my foot hurt, so I didn't, pretty much making excuses, right? A player's not going to get better by making excuses. A player will get better when they say, you know what, man, I lost that 1v1 because, I dove in to try to take the ball away, and, it was a bad judgment call on defense, and the guy or other kid got around me easily, right? And just beat me to the goal, whatever it is. Or it could be like, hey, I lost the ball, didn't hustle back, but it's important for the player to always learn. Just like, again, as us being adults, it's important for us to always learn, right? I'm always trying to learn how to be a better coach, be a better person, be a better husband. That's always my goal in life, just to grow and be better. And we need to teach our kids the same thing. And I feel like something like this probably starts at home, and parents, are you taking responsibility for things with your kids? Are you taking responsibility when you mess up as a parent? Parenting's hard, but, I'm going to assume that kids are like this because of their parents, right? And they're making excuses because their parents make excuses. Kids learn from their environment. They learn from their surroundings. They learn from what they see. So it's important as a parent to number one, talk to your kid about this, taking responsibility for their actions in general in life, but of course on the soccer field. They go hand in hand. There's several parallels between life and soccer that can be translated over, So, this is just something I want to talk about real quick again. If your kid's making excuses, make sure you help them understand, like, hey, you're not going to get better as a player. Making excuses is just not the way to go. You got to take responsibility and explain to them the importance of taking responsibility, for their play on the field. And again, how it kind of translates into life and stuff. But, it's very important. And again, it's only gonna hurt a player if they're not willing to see where they need to grow, but instead make